हमारे पैनलिस्ट श्री चंद्रशेखर जी का स्वागत करें।
अब मैं इन्हीं वैचारिक कड़ियों के अंतर्गत आदरणीय चंद्रशेखर जी को बुलाता हूं। शेखर जी, निश्चित तौर पे ये मानिए कि हमारे परिवार के ऐसे ही शेखर हैं जैसे भगवान शिव के ललाट पे शेखर होता है। तो आदरणीय शेखर जी सादर आमंत्रित हैं, आपका स्वागत है। प्लीज।
ऐसे मंच पे, जिस मंच पे आपके गुरुजन विराजमान हो, वो वक्तव्य दे रहे हों, उस मंच पर आकर के कुछ बोलना ये बहुत बड़ा सौभाग्य है। एंड आई एम ओवरवेल्म्ड विद दिस फीलिंग। रमेश सर, सुनील सर, दोनों यहाँ देखो तो रमेश सर, वहाँ देखो तो सुनील सर। सो आई एम ऑलरेडी स्पीचलेस। बट धर्म और कर्म की काफ़ी बात हुई है और अभी के लिए मेरा कर्म है कि इस विषय पर मुझे बात करनी है, और धर्म की जिसकी बार बार बात हुई और याद दिलाया गया कि अपनी सीमा में रहकर बोलना, तो मैं आई विल ट्राई टू डू जस्टिस विद माई जॉब। फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट आई वुड लाइक टू congratulate the center and appreciate all these efforts made by the team, wonderful efforts, inexpressibly wonderful conference। और कल भी यहाँ पे बात कही गई कि सोशल साइंसेस में, पॉलिटिकल साइंस की तरफ से इस पर बात हो रही है, और दो दिन में हमने गीता पर कितना कुछ सुना। आई वॉज क्लूलेस कि व्हाट शुड आई स्पीक। जहाँ पे इतने बड़े बड़े लोगों ने बात, जहाँ पे ज्ञान और प्रकाश की पवन बही हो, वहाँ पे हम क्या बोल सकते हैं। बट फिर भी टॉपिक पे, मैं सीधे टॉपिक पे आना चाहूँगा। पॉलिटिकल साइंस के लोग यहाँ पे हैं, और अगर मैं स्टेट क्राफ्ट की बात करूँ तो सोशल साइंसेस के लोगों के सामने स्टेट क्राफ्ट पर बात करना, आई थिंक आई विल बी रीडिफाइनिंग फुलिशनेस, सो आई विल नॉट डू दैट। बट आई विल स्टिल ट्राई टू टच अ फ्यू पॉइंट्स। गीता के बारे में बात होती है। हम बहुत कुछ जान चुके हैं, गीता के बारे में बहुत कुछ सुना है हमने, और बहुत सारी अच्छी बातों पर हमने बात की। बट इट इज़ अ फैक्ट दैट इट इज़ ऑल्सो बीइंग मिस इंटरप्रेटेड। देयर आर लॉट ऑफ मिसकॉन्सेप्शंस एंड देयर आर लॉट ऑफ मिसलीडिंग मैसेजिंग, नो, something which Gita neither intended nor meant, but still it is there. Why does it happen? I'll just briefly touch upon that. One thing which I feel, with whatever limited understanding I have, Indian scriptures, Gita specifically, it cannot be read or understood in isolation. It has a lot of contextual relevance. It needs to be looked in light of other texts, other scriptures. If I may read out, like there are गीता के बारे में बचपन से बहुत सुनते आए हैं। मैं अपना एक एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ कि मुझे बहुत लंबे समय तक ये पता ही नहीं था कि महाभारत में बहुत सारे पर्व हैं, और मुझे कोई अंदाज़ा भी नहीं था कि महाभारत में 18 पर्व हैं, और उन 18 पर्वों में से एक पर्व के अंदर गीता आती है। और उस गीता जिस पर्व में आती है, भीष्म पर्व में, पिछला पर्व उद्योग पर्व और आगे आने वाला शांति पर्व, उनके कॉन्टेक्स्ट में अगर आपने गीता को नहीं देखा, इट मीन्स यू और वी आर मिसिंग आउट ऑन अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स। सो आई विल ब्रीफली टॉक अबाउट शांति पर्व। स्टेट क्राफ्ट की हमने बात की, द होल टॉपिक ऑफ द कॉन्फ्रेंस इज स्टेट क्राफ्ट। नाउ शांति पर्व इन महाभारत, इट इज अ वेरी लॉन्ग पर्व. So, Shanti Parva talks in detail about statecraft. It talks about Rajdharma. And Rajdharma and statecraft, they go hand in hand. So that Shanti Parva, it attempts to explain the duty of one responsible or mandated to rule the state or the land, or whatever the case may be. As per Shanti Parva, Rajdharma comprises the policies of governance, administration and politics, so on. Shanti Parva talks about the elements of statehood, where Bhishma tells Yudhishthira the ideal way to rule, including maintaining peace and so on. बहुत सारी चीज़ें बताई गई हैं। साथ ही साथ ये भी बताया गया है कि हाउ शुड अ रूलर बिहेव, हाउ शुड अ रूलर कंडक्ट, रूलर की ड्यूटीज भी बताई गई हैं. और इसमें एक बात बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, उस हायरार्की में, उस सेटअप में, इवन द किंग इज नॉट एट द टॉप. व्हाट इज ऑन टॉप इज धर्म, बिकॉज द किंग हिमसेल्फ हैज टू फॉलो अ धर्म विच इज राज धर्म. I'll briefly touch on a few verses. गीता वैसे तो बहुत सारी चीज़ों पर गीता बात करती है जो स्टेट क्राफ्ट के लिए ज़रूरी हैं, बट 3 मेजर टॉपिक्स पे मैं बताना चाहूँगा. स्वधर्म, जिसकी काफ़ी बात हो चुकी है, अनासक्ति के बारे में बात हुई है, और हमने बात की है लोक संग्रह का एक टॉपिक है जिस पर गीता काफ़ी डिटेल में बात करती है. सो आई विल डायरेक्टली जंप टू लोक संग्रह, क्योंकि उसके बारे में हमने कम बात की है. The chapter 2 and slide verse 31, which is here, it talks about Swadharma. There's another verse, verse 37, verse 38. I'll just briefly talk about this summary, what they say. Krishna reminds Arjuna of his Swadharma, which is to fight a righteous battle. No, you don't have to get into the battle. You don't have to kill people. You have to fight a righteous battle. And he tells him, you have nothing to lose. See what he tells him. If you win, you achieve the kingdom and an opportunity to restore the Vedic rule. And if you die fighting, you attain the higher state of victory, which is the moksha. You're not fighting the individual, you're fighting the evil. So that is your dharma. You have to follow that dharma. निष्काम कर्म के बारे में कृष्ण counsels Arjuna to not be worried about the results, as what he has control over are only his actions and not the outcome. The king should perform duties with a detached attitude. He should not rule for his own benefit but for benefit of others. He even tells him that this should not make him resort to inaction. See, this is what happens. When we realize that we don't have control over the outcome, or we are not able to influence the outcome, we tend to lose interest in the action itself. That is worrisome. It is also kind of, leads to some misinterpretation and misinformation. Next important concept which Gita talks about, and which is very important and relevant when it comes to statehood, is Loka Sangraha. In chapter 3, verse 20, I would like to read it. Yes. Karmanava hi sansiddhi masthita janakadayah Lok Sangrah me vapi sampashan kartu marhasi. Here Krishna is talking about Lok Sangraha. Krishna gives the example of King Janak and highlights the importance of working towards the holding together of people. In other words, the larger good. Now we know that those in power or responsible for shaping the state are expected to act in the larger interest. Isn't that what we expect from our leaders, from our elected representatives, to act in the interest of the people or the larger good, holding people together? Isn't that the idea and purpose of statecraft? So this is what Gita talks about and Krishna tells him. This verse underlines the importance of those in charge to work in an exemplary way, as what they do is followed by others. Leaders, what leaders do, we follow or either get influenced. We follow that. This is what this verse talks about. Krishna tells him that you have to fight for the righteous battle and think about Lok Sangraha. I would also like to take this opportunity to quote External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar during an open discussion at United Nations Security Council in 2021. And we all know that India had, showcased outstanding global leadership when it came to dealing with COVID-19. We know that. We supplied vaccines to a lot of countries. We supplied vaccines, testing kits, health kits, ventilators. At one point we did not have ventilators. At another point we were supplying it to other countries. We rescued lakhs of Indians from all the countries to India. So we showcased an exemplary global leadership which was inspired by the idea of Lok Sangraha, and S. Jaishankar ji talked about it. I'll just one quote of his. He says, quote, "The Bhagavad Gita states, do your work with the welfare of others always in mind," unquote. The idea of Lok Sangraha, which Gita talks about and the minister quoted. But here comes the important part. We also know that why there are so misinterpretations. We people say Gita is talking about war. Gita is talking about Varna system. Now, people equate Varna Vyavastha with caste problems. And so that is a big problem. I like to just throw a few brief light on that. In Mahabharata, the Gita comes in the Bhishma Parva and is preceded by the Udyog Parva, which is all about diplomacy. अभी यहाँ पे बात हुई, संजीव सर ने बात की कि war cannot be the first option. Udyog Parva is all about diplomacy. It's all about this diplomacy. I'll read it out. We see in Udyog Parva all the stalwarts like Bhishma, Vidur, Sanat Sujata and others putting in best efforts to prevent the war. From Vidur's counsel to Sanjaya's advice, from Krishna's appeal to Bhishma's opinion, this all goes in vain as war becomes inevitable. Now here's an interesting take. Who is the king? Dhritarashtra is the king. He has to follow a Raj Dharma. Where is his Swadharma? Why doesn't he act? The king is Dhritarashtra. He fails to follow the Raj Dharma. He doesn't act as per his Swadharma to ensure Lok Sangraha. He is neither following Swadharma, he is neither following Lok Sangraha. Like the Shanti Parva tells that a leader, a king has to be neutral, just, truthful, merciful, ethical. What is Dhritarashtra doing? Where is his Swadharma? Dhritarashtra doesn't act because he is so blinded by his love for his son, Duryodhana. He doesn't act as per his Swadharma. He's so blinded that he sends back the envoy of Pandavas with no offer to make. Even when he sends Sanjaya to speak to Pandavas, he doesn't provide a possible solution. Furthermore, even though the advice of Sanjaya and Sanat Sujata has some influence on Dhritarashtra, he expresses his helplessness over the adamants of Duryodhana. A king expressing his helplessness over the adamants of his son. Now this is where he fails miserably, as he doesn't do all that is in power as the king to stop the war and avoid the bloodshed. Now don't we see who's the actual culprit who could have stopped the war? But for some, Krishna is endorsing the war, because they didn't take the pain to read Udyog Parva, they didn't take the pain to put themselves into Shanti Parva. The people say that Gita is endorsing violence. I just want to ask, like a buffalo which kills a tiger in the course of its self-defense, do we slam the buffalo for being violent? We don't, because it acted in its self-defense. The other misinterpretation I see is, people when they equate Varna Vyavastha with a caste problem. The qualities that one obtains with birth, the qualities, they define the Varna of a person, not the birth. And finally, Gita, as I mentioned earlier, when we wish to understand the message of Gita, when we wish to understand what Gita is trying to tell us, we need to see the larger picture. It should be taken in the light of other scriptures and Vedic texts and not in isolation. If one intends to get the message correctly, this is where the role of Guru becomes most important. In Gita, we see Krishna in the role of a Guru. Here in this workshop, we saw our Gurus in the role of Krishna, that we got to know a lot about Gita. So this is where role of a Guru is very important when we tend to understand. A Guru takes us to the path of knowledge with his wisdom, perceptiveness and experience. A Guru who acts as a beam of light for us to break away the shackles of incomprehension and hence helps us in countering the misinterpretation. Then we have to go for original authentic sources, right? Sir ने जिक्र किया गांधी जी की भी commentary है, बाल गंगाधर जी की तिलक जी की commentary है गीता रहस्य, श्री अरविंदो जी की commentary है messages essays on the Gita. So this is how और एक बात अभी यहाँ पे आई, कल भी बात हुई कि राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति में जैसे फोकस है इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम पे. आई वर्क विद बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी. I work and look after their image building and communication part. So I am going to do my job here also. बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी में गीता पर हर संडे व्याख्यान होता है और ये व्यवस्था मालवीय जी ने शुरू की थी. आप देखिए एक विश्वविद्यालय के अंदर जहाँ पे बायोटेक्नोलॉजी भी पढ़ाई जाती है, फोरेंसिक साइंसेज भी पढ़ाई जाती है, वहाँ पे गीता पर लेक्चर को हमने इंस्टीट्यूशनलाइज किया है एवरी संडे विदाउट फेल. So this is how we take the message of Gita to people. And again, I'll be failing my duty if I don't congratulate the team involved in organizing this program. मुझे इस rich intellectual बुके के साथ मुझे बात करने का मौका मिला. I'm really thankful. और ये topic, it is so relevant. You know, we see the world in chaos everywhere. Also, there are concerns about the direction where youth is headed to. So here, this conference and this discourse on Gita is very important. Congratulations to the whole team, and thank you very much.
धन्यवाद शेखर जी.